California, and I hope to be with you for a while, making a dish and talking about the news, dishing it out, dishing it out. And my show is about to go on in about 24 minutes on Newsmax TV. If you can hear me, I hope everything's set. I got to hear from you. So before I continue, this is how it begins. How am I coming through? Good? Can you hear me? Everything is good? I like comments. Keep them sane, keep them civil. Don't get insulting. We just have someone eliminate you forever. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm in a very ambivalent mood. It's awful what's going on in the world. Everything went wrong. Everything went to shit this weekend. Everything. I can't even decide whether I want red wine or white wine. I swear to God. I mean, I am so Orban lost in Hungary because of Soros and the EU so they can continue to fund Ukraine. That was a slap in the face to Donald Trump as well. J.D. Vance is like sent on Mission Impossible. Everywhere he goes, he comes back empty-handed. Maybe they're doing it on purpose so he can't win. I don't know. I don't know how politics works on the deepest level. They don't really want J.D. Vance to win, so they send him out to, Mission Impossible. He loses in Iran and he loses in Hungary, wherever he goes. It's a crazy time we're living through. Am I the only one who feels this? I can't believe I'm the only one who feels this. Why did Trump surrender to Iran? Should Trump just go back to the Obama agreement with Iran? These are good questions. All right, so everything's good. I picked some fresh oregano from my garden in the rain because I'm going to make a simple dish tonight. Swalwell, he was a degenerate. He was stupid. You looked at the guy, he's like a schmuck. Probably got a big schlong. I don't know, with the women and the running around. I knew the type in high school. They couldn't keep it in their pants. How the man ever wound up, well, I'm asking a silly question. In California, how did the man ever wind up in Congress and in the Senate? It's California. What would you expect him to do with a moron like him? Who lets himself be filmed with a hooker? I don't understand it. How stupid can he be? I mean, I know he's not the only politician who uses ladies in the night, but this moron let them film him? Wow. Then the one Fang, the Chinese spy that he had, that he got away with that because of Nancy protected him. Aunt Nancy protected him. Oh, God. There's no hope in the political world. It's hopeless. So I tweeted a few things today. I was ready to do a live stream earlier, and I didn't do it. I'm boiling water. I'm going to shift back and forth from cooking, talking, and watching my own TV show in 20 minutes. I put potatoes in before I did the pasta. I'm doing a double tonight. I'm going to do a peasant dish with his potatoes and pasta, but I don't have the patience to do the potatoes separate from the pasta. So you can boil the water and make the potatoes and the pasta, and I'll get a little... Tell you something. You saw the lawsuit about 10 days ago of some kid got some shyster lawyer to sue Zuckerberg for social media addiction on Facebook, and he won a bundle of money. Now all the shyster ambulance chasers are lining up to sue. I would put them all in jail. We're one of the few nations on earth that permit tort suits. Did you know that? That's why the country is ruined. It's because of the American Trial Lawyers Association. Shakespeare had it all right about them, but nevertheless, I'll go past that. So the lawsuit against Facebook, he wins. Some kid who's a screwed up kid anyway. They get a shyster lawyer who says the child's screwed up because of Facebook and addiction, which is stupid. The child was an idiot before Facebook, no doubt. But nevertheless, the shyster lawyer found morons off the gutter in a jury selection trial and won money. So now they're all lining up to sue. So I figured of a novel lawsuit. Is there a lawyer out there who wants to take my case? I'm an older guy, and I'm addicted to social media. I have basically given up all socialization. I rarely see my family. I'm only online trying to build following followers. And as a result, my life has been destroyed. I want to sue Facebook. I want to sue X. I want to sue Instagram. That's also Facebook. I want to sue every social channel in the world. Boo hoo. Could you imagine how stupid this country has become? But there really is social. There's addiction. It's an addiction. I get up in the morning and I try not to. I go right to the social media, and there's no point in denying it. We're all addicted. I know other people. Hold on, I got to put this in the holder so I can start cooking for you. Okay, there we go. Somebody lowered it without my knowledge in my own house. I don't know how. It's too low. I know you don't like this screwing around like this. I don't blame you. I should get a professional crew. But the day I do, I won't be on social media. I don't want to do it anymore. I have about 1,200,000 followers on my channels, including my podcast. Admittedly, it's not big, but I never paid for any followers. They're what I call native followers. They go back to my years as a health writer, health and nutrition. I found out what you like the most. You like live broadcasts. Is the sound good? Is the video good? I'm watching Antiques Roadshow. I was going to talk about, I feel just as competent to talk about antiques as I do about politics. My hero, Aldous Huxley, one of my early heroes, was so interested in the world that I followed all the way to London, to the London Museum, to find some of his obscure writings. And it turns out Huxley wrote articles on furniture. So I said, okay, so if you know a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff, why can't you talk about it? You have to be limited by the anti-Semites who think that hating Jews and hating Israel is enough to qualify for an intelligence today. It's unbelievable. That's the new IQ test. But I don't even want to talk about the Middle East. I have said for years, by the way, just so you know I'm on record, I've said it for years. Israel should take care of itself. I said it for years. It's enough already. They were a rich little country while we were going broke years ago from all their high tech. Just, I mean, be a friend of theirs. But what's with the money? We got people in this country who could use the money. I said it 20 years ago. Okay, so the water is about to boil, which means it is boiling. I got started early tonight. I'm only going to have Italian pasta tonight. I like remote. The whole thing I'll tell you about gluten and glutamania and Italian wheat. People are so crazy, but okay, fine. I like the taste of the Rumo better. The rumors that go around that we're all dying because of gluten. I did a whole show on YouTube from the point of view of science, not stupidity. Not because an 18-year-old with good abs told you about gluten. Most of these girls are stupid. They'll wind up committing suicide by the time they're 35 anyway. I hope they don't. But they're idiots. They're morons. Everyone looks good at 18. Influencer. Who are they influencing? But other idiots. So as I say, I was talking about furniture. I go all over the map. That's my style. Don't think I can't be focused if I want to. So I was researching antique furniture. You've heard of Chippendale furniture, right? There was a time that Chippendale furniture was considered like the greatest. 1795, and a family owned it in Rhode Island, and they brought big prices. No one wants it anymore. I was on an antique site. They can't give it away. The whole world that I grew up in is gone. I'll admit it. And I'm not going to say I'm typical of the whole country. Fine art, dead. There is no fine art anymore. Blame anyone you want. Chippendale pieces that were valuable in the year 2000 are worth $3,500 now. It's unbelievable to me. I've known this. I've known it by speaking to art dealers. But I better get my food going because, wow, that's boiling like crazy. I'm going to hold off on this. I'll let the potatoes go first. So I'm going to make, I almost went to an Italian restaurant and I thought of listening to people next to me. I said, I'd rather not eat tonight. I'd rather starve than listen to conversation in a restaurant in Marin County. That's if there's a conversation at all. Why do they have to yell in America? Why do people yell in restaurants? I really don't care what they're talking about. Can't they keep it to themselves? I don't mind people in a restaurant. I like to go out and see people. I like to see people, but I don't want to listen to them. They're stupid. Most people are morons. What in the hell do they have to yell for in a restaurant? They're like children at a birthday party. Everyone's yelling and screaming and banging their forks on the table. And the louder they scream, the less they have to say. I don't. That's why I don't go anywhere. This is my best restaurant. So thanks for joining me in my kitchen tonight. What am I cooking? Well, that water is boiling quickly. Well, I want to start the potatoes first and get them broken down. They're going to need about 20 minutes before I put the pasta in. I know you never heard of it, but it's okay. It's potato and pasta. It's a peasant dish. I'm basically a peasant, and I'm proud of it. Keeps me grounded. Well, I'm not a big meat eater. I went off meat after I had a incident with the coronary system a number of years back. I eat meat about once a month. You do what you want, okay? Don't read the literature. Don't study science going back 30 years. Study what, again, a girl with nice abs tells you about the carnivore diet and see what happens to you. Bowel cancer by 50, if not dead. Keep eating those pounds of meat like you're a lion. You're not a lion. You're not a caveman. You're an omnivore, moron. Look at your dentures. You do have canine teeth, and you have teeth for grinding. We know that. You're an omnivore. You're not a carnivore. Whoever came up with the carnivore diet is one of the biggest shysters in the history of the world. But you can't tell that to people. Say, "Oh, I've been eating meat. I never felt better." Yeah, because you were eating shit before that. Before you went on the all meat diet, you were eating garbage. Why don't you try like a balanced approach to life? You can't talk to people anymore. This is heating up. Also get the onions going right away. So I eat a lot of seafood. I can't say I like it. I don't really like it. I do and I don't. So with the times I have the meat, like a steak, I don't even like it anymore. I lost my taste for it. You look at how restaurants cook food. Everything's coated with salt, butter, and then you go to a so-called Italian restaurant. They're not even cooking Italian food. They cream in food is not traditional Italian food. You got to understand that most Italians were poor, and their diets were poor, and they lived long. Those are the poorest diets lived the longest. But again, you can't tell anybody any of this. They don't want to they don't want to hear it. You do what you want. I know. I've studied all the studies I can for a long time now. I got into writing health books in the 1970s, a long time ago. And I think I've come to my own conclusions about what rational science tells a sane person to do to have a healthy, long life. So I'm watching Antiques Roadshow as we talk. God, Drek, you wouldn't even have it in your house. I love when they do the Antiques Roadshow and they bring a painting, a fakakta painting that the grandmother gave to them, and then they sit there and the genius from an antique store goes through a whole story, and he sends at the end he says, "If I were to insure this, I would insure this for $1,000." And the woman goes, "Oh my God. Hello, that's like a dinner at McDonald's for an immigrant family. What are you talking about? What's wrong with people? $1,000, they're going to go insure it?" All right, so start with the onions, the old business. Even though I use canned sauce, I do put an onion base on all of my dishes and some garlic. Have to. Onion and garlic. I've been eating them for 50 more years. I've been living on garlic and onions. Known health properties. You want to smash the garlic to release the sulfhydryl groups. Those are the good components. It's known as Russian penicillin, etc. You've heard all of that simplistic stuff, but the sulfur groups in garlic is what does the good stuff. There are components of garlic that have not been isolated yet that are medicinal. Every culture that knows anything knows about garlic and onion. All the allium are great. I start my day with allium every morning, which is basically beautiful. I like the taste of it. Chop up the old garlic. Not a big deal. Everyone does it. None of this is good gourmet cooking, what I'm doing. Nothing. Nothing here is special. Nothing. I'm going to throw stuff together and that's it on a rainy night. They're raining like crazy. You wait till the crackpots in the Bay Area start in. First, we had a heat wave here. You could puke from it for a month. They started saying global warming, global warming. The water table is low. The water table is low. Now we get deluged like Noah's Ark, and suddenly they have nothing to say. So they tell you it's global warming again. Now it rained for 2 days. I was like in a car wash today with my car. I went to the market. I was like in a car wash. Okay, so I may as well put the pasta in because I'm going to cook it a little early on and then mix it with my seafood. No, I'm not going to do that tonight. I did it last time. I didn't like it. I'm going to make the pasta this time, and instead of mixing the seafood in, I'm going to put the seafood over the pasta. I decided I want to do it separately. It's not exactly, haute cuisine. It's low cuisine, but it works for me. So, okay, next step. I love these French white porcelain pots. They cook better. The heat transmits very fast. So I'll make my spaghetti. Now I tend to make more than I eat because I eat it the next day. I reheat it. This is spaghetti number 3. I'll make about 1/3 of a pound. No, I won't eat it all tonight. Don't worry about me so much. Let me worry about me. Okay? There's nothing more beautiful than cooking spaghetti. It still gives me pleasure. It's a strange thing. Something so basic about cooking. Okay, so we got it going. That'll take whatever it takes, 15, 20 minutes. Now, I know I'll start arguing with you again about al dente again. I know most Italians eat al dente. I don't. I eat al softy. So the Italians won't eat with me. Okay, they can eat the way they want. And I use a comparison. I know it's not identical. Have you ever seen a Chinaman eating stiff noodles? And they eat a lot of wheat noodles in certain regions of China. They haven't died yet from gluten overdose in China. It's soft. All the noodles in China, they have long noodle soup. Yeah, they're all soft noodles. They don't cook noodles al dente in China. So you say, well, what do they know about pasta? They invented it. Marco Polo brought it from China, by the way. I hate to break the news to all my Italian friends. They cook it soft in China. You go to a Chinese restaurant. Have you ever seen hard rice? Yeah, give me the rice al dente so I can get stomach cancer. They cook it so it's soft, fluffy. That's how I like it. You don't like it? Eat it al dente. Be my guest. It's all up to you. You're in charge of your own gut, your own life. Okay, so that's cooking. The onions are cooking. Now, there's a question of what I want to do with my fresh oregano. I've loved oregano since childhood when I used to make little pizzas at home in a toaster oven in Queens. I know all the properties of oregano. They're all good for me. Now, I could do the slow, laborious thing of peeling backwards and getting the leaves off. That's okay. I mean, I can put them in that way. Another way, which is more the peasanty way, which is throw the whole thing in with the stems and then just remove the whole clump. I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. I've done it. I'm not ready for that big step in my life. I'm not old enough. Okay, so I got the onions and the garlic. You know the story. Everyone's read it 10 million times. Just cook them mildly. Don't overcook your onions. You'll burn the dish. It'll be horrendous. You don't want that. Very mild, just till they're translucent. Just a little translucent. When I put my oregano in nice and early to give some flavor to the onions and garlic. You can do it any way you wish. What time is? Oh my God, my show's going on in 4 minutes on Newsmax TV. I've never done this before. I think it's quite funny. I'm going to watch my own TV show with you on Newsmax TV while I'm doing this live show on YouTube. I want to see how it looks. I'll actually tell you what I think of it. I look forward to watching my show on Newsmax TV every Sunday at this time. I want to analyze how I'm doing. So let me lower the heat before I burn this. I'm going to go. Oh, I can change the channel from here. Hold on. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's too far away. There we go. Come on, there we go. It worked. Okay, Carl Higbee this week. He's on now. He's a great guy. I'm on his show on Monday and Schmidt's show on Friday. Oh, God, the news is so bad. It's so awful. Between Iran and Hungary, the price of gas in America. I wrote a tweet this morning. I was going to do a whole show on it called The Conservative Movement is Dead, which, by the way, came from my 2005 book, Liberalism is a Mental Disorder. That's my own line. The conservative movement is dead. I'm not happy to tell you this. I was going to do a whole show on that, but I decided I don't really have to because it's a given. It was killed by this war. And the impression amongst the hardcore conservatives that this administration is being run by Israel. I mean, I know what's going on. I'm not blind to it. I did a whole beautiful show yesterday called If Israel Didn't Exist, or If Israel Disappeared, the Muslims would still be on the warpath, where they've been on the warpath since the founding of their religion. Not all of them, but just those who have the guns. Bring them all in. See what you'll be doing. You'll be on your hands and knees bowing to Mecca. Go ahead. No, yeah. Oh, we just want to be treated equal. Yeah, like hell you do. Okay, so they're at the right point. What's this flag company? I still don't know what I want to drink. I swear, I'm not trying to be funny. It's like a rainy afternoon. I feel distracted by the news. Here is a beautiful, I don't know, a Tuscan wine. I'm not a big red wine drinker. It leaves me a little, hungover the next day, but it feels good. And on a rainy day, I tend to like on a cold day red wine. Generally, only drink very light white wines, and I do well with it. I'll have my 1.5 glasses, maybe 2 a night. And I promised my new doctor, she's great, that I would go on the stationary bike before dinner, which I have not done tonight, and I don't intend to do it. I'm giving myself another night off from what I promised. I have to put the food in. I have to open the wine. Do I want red wine? Do I want white wine? It's a white man's problem. I get that. It's first world white man problem. But I don't give a damn about the starving world in the kitchen tonight. I don't care. Go arrest me for not caring about the starving masses. I don't care right now. All I care about is how my dish comes out. And how I look in my show in about any minute now. John Glenn, okay, great guy. I'm watching Newsmax TV where my show goes on. I am putting in the tomatoes before anything else. Okay, it is time. It is time to put in the frozen seafood, but I need a drink. I want a drink. What should I have? The Tuscan wine and have a slight hangover tomorrow, or white wine? Let's have a vote. No, I'm joking. Come on, no, I'm just joking. Let me get that TV up. I'm going to watch my show.
Really. It's all right to be idealistic, but you help.
Okay, turn off the sound. Maybe I shouldn't drink at all. How about that? How's that for an option? That's impossible. No, I won't do that. Let's hold off on the wine. Let me get out the old seafood stuff. Okay, here we go again. Frozen shrimp. These are from the Gulf. No sulfites. I've showed them to you before. Ingredients: shrimp. No sulfites. You don't need the sulfites, and they're poison. You want sewer shrimp? Be my guest. So I put them in frozen, like 99% of the restaurants do, and they don't tell you. And there we go. Now, of course, they're going to give off water, which will just boil right off. So my show's about to start. I got to stay focused here. Show you this in a minute. It is worth looking at. Okay. So I just put them in frozen. You wouldn't know the difference in a restaurant, whether they were fresh or frozen. There's no way to know. The quality of the food is what's important, not whether they're fresh or frozen. I mean, you get fresh seafood that is full of sulfites. You're not doing better than frozen seafood that has no sulfites, in my opinion. I mean, my choice is, sure, I'll go down to the wharf and buy shrimp, but there is no wharf and there is no shrimp. Hold on, my show's about to go. I love my opening. Yay! It's me. Newsmax TV. Let me just see the opening.
This is a
Am I
rescue that's very historic. It'll go down to the books late
It's such
Thursday
a good
night.
production.
An American F-15 fighter jet went down deep inside enemy
I
territory
recorded during the week.
in Iran
Are you
while
watching this now?
participating in Operation Epic Fury, where we're doing unbelievably well.
No other president would have saved that second pilot. Biden would have given him up.
The entire country can be taken out in one night.
Okay, well, no.
That night might be tomorrow night.
No, please. I don't like
Both
that
members
rhetoric.
of the
I'm
crew
sorry.
ejected from the aircraft and landed alive.
Okay.
On Iranian soil,
It's my
I
show?
immediately was asked to make a decision. I ordered the U.S. Armed Forces to do whatever was necessary to bring
Okay.
our brave warriors back home. A risky decision,
That's right, it was.
because we could have ended up with 100 dead as
That's
opposed
right.
to 1 or 2.
He's right.
It's a hard decision to make.
That's right.
Welcome to the savage nation.
Oh,
We're all
there I
sitting on pins and needles. He just spent probably $1 billion to rescue one airman, to prove to the mullahs that he doesn't mess around. I don't know anybody who was not concerned about what might happen. There's a lot of things that I would like to say that I will say.
Did you hear my
Some of
show
you
or not?
will agree with some of the things I say. Some
I said
will
Trump
not.
does not bluff.
That's what makes for a free society. I notice that people are saying things such as, well, Iran is the innocent party, America's the fascist party.
Why am I
It's a war crime to drop bombs on them.
Why?
I understand the
Why not
argument,
work?
but these are very same people had nothing to say when 30,000 to 50,000 Iranians were slaughtered by the very mullahs who are standing in the way of world civilization.
Correct, Mike.
Think about this.
I am good.
The very same self-righteous phonies right and
I
left
keep going.
who are attacking the United States of America for saying they just might
Can you hear the
do
show
something
at the same
horrendous,
time?
like wipe out a good portion of Iran.
Can anyone
if
hear
they
the
don't
show while
stop
I'm doing this or not? No, it's
their
only
insanity.
it's directional, Mike.
Had nothing to say when 30 to 50,000 protesters were mowed down or tortured to death in prisons.
You're right, Mike. Oh,
War crimes, yell all the good liberals.
right.
Not one word when the innocents were slaughtered in Iran.
No, of course not. What else?
That does not say that I'm in favor of nuking Iran. Don't jump to the other conclusion.
I'm not Frito on Fox
But I wouldn't be
News.
surprised if
I'm
the
not
nuke
Ben
is not
Shapiro,
dropped on Iran
the
by
hysteric.
Israel. Israel is now the pariah nation of the world.
I know the whole story.
Israel is the bad boy. And if Trump decides to do a limited nuclear strike on targets in Iran, it will be Israel that does it, not the United States of America.
Right.
I can assure you of that. Just analyzing what's going on.
I'm a pretty
I
good
did a
analyst. It's a horrible thing, but
Small yield nukes on Iran or let them collect a toll on ships passing through the strait. I came up with an option.
okay, I may turn
I
it
don't
on.
know that I read that anywhere, but if you were negotiating with the Iranian
I
fanatics,
said let them have a toll.
and you have American fanatics on one side and Iranian
Give them a
fanatics on the
toll,
other,
a small toll.
and you want to make a deal, you
Like
have to
going
make a
over the
deal.
Washington Bridge. Why do I have to pay a toll on the
Win-win.
Golden Gate Bridge?
So what do you think they could be given? I said, let them collect a toll on the
Was
ships
I wrong? Let them collect the
passing
toll.
through the strait,
No
or
uranium.
bomb them into the Stone Age.
You don't have to
I wanna
kill
remind
everybody.
you of
Let them have a
something of
toll.
Who we're dealing with. Those of you who have sympathy for the devil.
Right.
Sympathy for the devil, calling Trump insane when he's just a resolute.
Can you hear
individual.
this show at the
Who
same
will not
time that
back
I'm
down.
doing this?
If
Yes
you
or
don't
no?
know history, pay attention, because I'll teach you a little
Not
history
well, I
today
get it.
that may enlighten you to who the mullahs really are.
Mullahs.
You see, the Persians
Mullahs.
were not
They go to London, they're with blonde hookers.
Islamic.
All of the
They did not practice
all of
Islam.
the pure blood.
The Persians practiced Zoroastrianism.
They all go
Until they
to
were
London and they have
conquered by
blonde
the
hookers.
Arabs,
And they use
who were
crack or
forced to have to
cocaine and they
submit
come back and they walk around in a
to
white
Allah.
robe.
You don't know anything about this.
The whole UN runs on
Because you haven't learned at
prostitution
Harvard.
and
You don't hear it
corruption.
on CNN. The Persians are not.
If the UN left New York City, the hookers would have to move to San
They have been
Francisco.
conquered. They've been occupied.
Yeah, I'm showing the
Persia
history.
was not Islam.
Ancient Persia was
Persia
conquered by
practiced
Islam, but don't tell that to
Zoroastrianism.
anybody else. It's too much
There was
information.
Christianity. There was Judaism.
Most
in
people
Persia
don't
at the
understand
time.
anything. They don't
But
want to
the
learn.
Arabs, not through love, but through conquest,
It's a
burning,
good show, Mike.
murdering, raping, killing,
That's right.
subdue the nation.
That's
They have
correct.
not changed in these thousands of years.
No, why should
The
they
very
change?
same mentality
Why should they change
persists.
with the sick
Which
liberals?
brings us up to today.
What's today?
How can you fight people like this unless you yourself are as fanatical as they are?
Right, that's what he's saying. He's
And
right.
that's who Trump is.
That's right. He's
Yes,
a
of course
fanatical.
he's fanatical. Yes, he threatened to
He has to
wipe out
be.
all civilization. And the liberal press, what they say, they call it every name under the
I
sun.
don't like this opener at all.
What did you expect them to roll over and take it in the shorts?
Ooh,
Because that's what you would do? Because you have been conquered internally already?
this is a much better opener.
You have been conquered internally
This
already
looks better, but it isn't.
by terror.
This cheap one's better.
He hasn't.
I love
He's
my
not
show.
insane. He knows exactly what he's doing.
I write every word of my own show. What can I do?
Thank God we have a leader of this strength.
Are you
to stand
watching
up
my
to
show
this
on
level
Newsmax
of
while I'm
us,
talking with you?
or it would take over the entire world.
Oh, it's hopeless anyway.
And that's the story of what's
They breed like
in
me.
store for us. Unless
They come
we
to have
ourselves
16
as
children
American people
on
get the
welfare.
resolve of our president and say, no, you're not going to run over our nation. You're not going to run over Europe. You're not going to run
Borders,
over
language,
nation
culture,
ever
Mike.
again.
You coined the phrase. Right.
And that's why he took out 1, 2, 3 tiers of the leadership
Correct.
of the Arab mullahs.
Right. Unfortunately, they're
But
still
they're
there.
not gone.
No, they're not
They
gone.
won't give up.
No, they
And
won't
I
give up.
reminded you today online
There you go.
that fanatics don't give up.
Mm.
I've been telling you this for 4 weeks now.
I don't even want to hear it anymore. It's so
I tried
frightening.
to stop
As I can see you.
nuclear.
Call me Nostradamus.
Dropped on that. For weeks I've been saying to the president, through publicly and through back channels,
Right. You don't know
declare
that.
victory and leave.
People don't
We'll
know
kill
that.
each other for all I care.
That's right.
Of course, he didn't do that.
No.
I said declare victory and get the hell out of there before American troops are pulled into this any further. That was 5 weeks ago.
Should have
4
done
weeks
it.
ago, 3 weeks
We
ago.
should be out of that hellhole.
Didn't listen. It's his own decision. He's the president.
The inner,
of the
the
United
inner,
States,
the inner
the leader
group
of
is
the
not
entire
doing
free
America
world.
or him
We
a
have
world
no
of
other
favor.
leaders in the free world whatsoever.
I'm an America
He's
first
the only thing
guy.
that stands between us and complete subjugation. Subjugation to crime, subjugation to
Close the borders.
radical Islam,
Kick out the
subjugation
illegal
to
aliens,
terrorists,
especially like Ilhan Omar.
subjugation to confusion, doubt,
Get 'em out.
and insanity. And so he
That's
gave them another 2 weeks.
And the Supreme National Security Council of Iran has also issued a
I hate that
statement,
word
that
Supreme
here,
National
and I'll
Council. They're
share
not
with,
supreme.
A couple of the important lines here.
A bunch of
One is
scumbags. What's
railway
supreme?
passage through the Strait of
Remember
Hormuz,
during the Hitler era, the supreme leadership of Germany. Look at these
thereby
douches in the media calling the
Iran
supreme leader.
a unique
Supreme
economic
douchebag of
geopolitical
Iran.
standing, which sounds like in a translation, Iran saying that they see this.
What
as
is
an
wrong with
alternative
these
to
girls?
Strait
Do
of
they have any
Hormuz.
idea what they're talking about, these idiots
So
in the
he brought them
media?
to the brink and gave them another 2 weeks. Now you could say he's weak and he waffled and he came in
Oh,
and they
blood
won.
red wine.
I wouldn't look at it that way.
Oh,
They know in his willingness to spend
Trump
whatever it
was
took to
not
bring
weak
back
for
that
declaring a
one down
ceasefire. He wanted peace.
who was behind enemy lines.
For
those 3 nights, those 3
A
days.
lot for it. I paid $42 a
It
night.
must have cost us $1 billion. We know that 2 of our planes worth $100 million each couldn't get out of the mud. They were blown up.
I
by
like
our own
that.
men. That's $200 million. Now think of the cost of all the troops and the flights. And it's got to be $500 million to $1 billion to rescue one person. Trump was sending a message to these mullahs, and that was a clear message.
Right, I'll spend
And
anything
they
I need
know.
to win.
They know who they're dealing with. And
Right.
don't think that they're not afraid of him. And don't think they all want to go to Allah and meet the virgins.
Ah, they want to
in the
go to
next
London and meet a
world.
hooker.
Don't assume that for a minute.
Assume that.
They're not
You can make a
rational
pretty good
people.
assumption.
They're not reasonable people. They
They're
believe in these
Yeah,
single
they're like
sufficiency of
Stowell.
one book.
When you don't see them, they're on their way to
They
London
would like
or
to go to
Italy
every other book on earth.
for a night out on the
They
town
don't
with
believe in
alcohol
any
and women.
book of fanatics.
How does Ilhan Omar
Look
own
at
a
Africa,
winery?
you look at the killing of the
She's a
Christians.
devout Muslim with a hat on.
They're following the laws of their own religion
Right.
in the most fundamentalist, insane way.
All right, enough already.
And you hear nothing from the good liberals who were screaming that Trump was insane.
I changed the word
They said he
from
would annihilate
liberalism to
civilization.
liberalism. L-I-E. I thought it was a
They have
clever
nothing to
change.
say about the killing of Christians all over the world.
Liberalism.
Not one word.
Liberalism. Okay, so
So it's very hard, admittedly, to discern what is true, what is false,
So here's
what's
the thing.
real,
You see
what's made
the
believe,
shrimp in the nice base I made?
and all of us
There's a
have
little
to try
watery
to
from the
step
water that
back from
came off the
this.
shrimp. So here's the question.
Take a deep breath and remember we are
Let me listen
Americans.
to this guy. He's very
We're gonna
smart.
all be on the same side here.
Okay. I love my opening. I remember putting it together with Ryan, who worked for me at the time. Love it. Brought back a lot of feelings. So let me get back to cooking now. I'm watching Newsmax TV at the same time I'm cooking. I never did this before. It was a clever idea. I got potatoes and pasta cooking in the pot. And that should be ready shortly. I got this stuff cooking. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit. I'm trying to cook off a little of the water. It will be absorbed into the pasta, but I don't want watery pasta, obviously. Only a full would. The shrimp are looking like they're coming along. We're living in such strange times. Everyone I know is upset by this. Who wouldn't be upset today with what's going on in the world? I have a couple other things that I'm cooking here. Now, I use a little. I don't use cream or dairy in any of my food. I'm lactose intolerant. I resolved that when I was 18 years old. This is Pecorino Romano. It's sheep cheese. And very little lactose in it. Maybe I'm allergic to the cow lactose. I don't know. Maybe a special cow lactose. I'm not going to put it in yet. So I'm going to let it warm up a bit. I ate these all through COVID. These are amazing. A certain kind of pepper from Monterey. I could eat them like this. They're very hot. I mean, not like the hottest hot, but they're fabulous. So I'm going to mix some bottle sauces. I found a hippie sauce the other day that looked good. It's a milder version. Since I love tomato sauce, so I've told you before my favorite sauce is this. It's not a secret. I love Royales, and even though they sold it in Carnation, it's still pretty good. There are competitors out there that are pretty good, but I got this hippie one the other day. Organic tomato and basil pasta sauce. It's pretty good. It's milder in flavor. It's easier to use if you want to use it on food without overpowering the food. What did I want to mention? Of course, no sugar, ever, in any foods, ever. No added sugar, ever. The sodium content's 390 milligrams per serving. On this one, it's 440. They're comparable in that regard. So I'll just start it in here just to flavor the shrimp. And then I'm going to put in a lot more when I get my pasta ready to go, which pasta's almost done, by the way. Okay. Simple dinner. Now I'm going to add something to this dinner because I really wanted some chicken tonight, but I didn't want to go shopping. So I had the frozen shrimp. It'll really give it the flavor I want. I'm going to add a chicken apple sausage to it to give it a little flavor. What did the other day? I don't know what I do with it. Chicken apple sausage. Remember when this guy went into business? I just started out on radio at 94. He's doing great. He made a great product. Made a great product. Okay. Chicken apple sausage. It may look as though it went on the floor, but it didn't. Hold on, my show's back. Oh no. Oh yeah, we're doing this. This is my appearance on Higby.
They want to connect San Francisco and Los Angeles. They can't connect two homeless shelters across the street. They want $125 billion more dollars. California Congressman Vince Vaughn had some choice words for this project.
He's great. Higby's
I think that the California High Speed Rail nightmare is the probably quintessential example of government waste and mismanagement.
Correct.
We're now in
100% right.
There are no trains. There's no track lay. It's a complete bait and switch.
Gavin's trained to nowhere.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, Newsom, you are the worst. Absolutely. Michael Savage, host of Savage.
Thanks, Carl. Love you.
Sir, pretty crazy to me. They want more money.
Well, Hollywood believes in make-believe, Carl, as we all know. So to them, it's actually a real existing high-speed rail
Right,
system.
they have a rail. They
And
think
when
it's
they
there.
run for office, they can always run AI ads showing that there is a rail line all shiny and running.
Right, now I did a good job on that one. Okay, so my show is, remember, the new format is I do an opening monologue of 12 minutes, and then we take the Higbee appearance, the Schmidt appearance, and make it into the Sunday show. It's a nice combination. I'm doing them anyway during the week. Almost done. I put the sausage in here, which, by the way, you say, well, why are you mixing with shrimp? Why? Why not? It adds a little depth and flavor to it. It actually looks terrific too. Look. Yum. You see it's starting to smell better. So I'll have a little more fat in there than I would from the shrimp. And a little more flavor, which I want. Just in the mood for a heavier meal tonight. That's all. Put this beautiful pepper in there. In this show now.
On national TV. He is being exposed for delayed taxes and a large child care tab. According to his tax returns and campaign finance filing,
Yeah.
he used campaign funds.
I went to high school with a kid like him. They were known as like in Queens. Swalwell. Is he Jewish, by the way? I hope not. I pray to God. I pray he's not Jewish. I can't take one more.
Care is permitted under.
Can't we have one good one come along?
But what's worse is now he's using campaign funds from his governor's race to pay his wife for child care.
Wow. Well, at least we found he has children. That's the positive news.
Right.
I didn't even know that about him. He looked like such a goofball to me. I'm glad
Swalwell had children.
I'm looking at the positive.
All three of them, I prayed for their life.
But if he should win, he would be the greatest disaster in the history of the state of California. He would make Newsom look like George Washington.
Carl loved that line, right?
I really don't know if he has a chance of winning. He's really.
Did you hear that line? He would make Newsom look like George Washington.
That's like a Fang Fang, and he wasn't. Whatever. All right. Speaking of the governor's race, you got Katie Porter in there, by the way.
Oh my God. Katie Porter. Katie Porter is like an oven stuffer from Auschwitz.
Can turn it around before it's too late, and as president, I will help him do so with the federal government. A great governor like Steve Hilton. California can be better than ever before.
Doesn't Katie Porter look like one of those German guards in Auschwitz? With mean face, clipped hair, psycho Les from hell.
There's a non-zero chance that he could actually win.
Well, the two Republican candidates
wine is
could
good.
Wind up on the ballot as the only candidates the way California's crazy system works. And frankly, either Mr. Hilton or Chad Bianco,
right,
the Riverside County
Either
Sheriff,
one.
in my opinion, would make an excellent change for the state, would make us a golden state again. And we've gone from being the golden state to the beholden state, as I said before. Neither of these Republican candidates, if they win, could usher in a new era for California.
The golden age for the golden state.
Real quick, CBS Sacramento did this whole 6-month investigation to find something out that you and I could have found out as a fortune cookie. But they were like, why does California gas cost so much? Well, it's because of higher taxes, labor costs, business costs, environmental programs, regulations, and the state's unique blend fuel for fuel, drive up baseline prices.
He does a great job, Paul.
Where's all the money going? I've said this before. If you drive over the Golden Gate Bridge from San Francisco,
there you go. I'm going to need a little more sauce because I'm going to put the pasta. Well, I was not going to mix it. What am I going to do? Do I want to mix the pasta in with the sauce or put this over the pasta? It's so good. It's so good. The pasta's perfect. It's the first time I felt good all day. Okay, so I'm going to put a cover on halfway. Lower the heat. Turn off the boiling water. No, I think I will better get those potatoes out and see if they're cooked. That's right, we don't know. I'll put them in first. Let's see how they have fared. Just in the mood for a potato. Probably cook them in the same pot as the pasta. You don't have to ask Julia Child if you can do it. Let's see if the potatoes are anywhere near done. They are. They're breaking down. They had a beautiful depth to any pasta dish. So yeah, they're done. Oh, how nice. Okay, so I could drain them all at the same time. I'm going to put the potato right into the sauce. because it makes a nice thick sauce. Potatoes come out tasting so good. Put this back up, let it get nice and hot. Another sip of wine. My show is almost over. I'm ready to sit and eat. I made two good choices tonight: to watch my show while cooking and doing a show, and choosing red wine. It's a winner, this one. Ray de Ranieri, Toscana. Toscana, nice wine. Nice wine. Velvety Yataniki. Okay, water off. Flame off. Okay. Use the big mitts tonight because there's a lot of heat in that thing. It's like for a blast furnace, these mitts. Right? Like an insect glove. Ugh. I'll be right back with you to watch the rest of my show. Oh my God. You know, when I pour the water in the sink, I let the steam go into my face. You know why? I'll tell you why. Can you hear me or not? Because I'm in the sink. Yeah, I got the microphone with me. You know why I do that? When I pour the water off, I let the steam go into my face. I read decades ago that Italian women had good skin because they would let the steam go in their face when they cooked the pasta. True or not, I don't know. I have good skin. Everyone says I have nice skin, right? They say, Michael, what do you do for your skin? I say, nothing. You don't put any cream on it? No. You don't put any lotion on it? No, nothing. Zero. Zero, nothing. Garnished. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, well, I'm almost finished. I'll go off the air with you in a minute. What entitled could we call this? I don't know. What a time to be alive, the madness of the times. So I said I was going to put this over the pasta, which I still think I'm going to do. Look at the potato, how good it looks in there. Wow. I actually look forward to eating the potato more than the shrimp, I swear to God. Like fire, I can't eat it. Wait, bear with me. Okay. Should I mix it in or put it on top? I don't know. I have such ambivalence tonight. Everything I'm ambivalent about. What wine to drink, what show to do, whether to put the sauce over the pasta or mix the pasta in like I normally do, whether to drink white wine or red wine. I've never felt this way in all my adult life. It's the news is driving me batty. I swear to you, I can't take it anymore. We have a peace, we don't have a peace. The straits are open, the straits are bent. I guess it's like Dickens. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. What else can you say about it? You know what I say? What the old Italian woman told me in the streets of San Francisco when I first moved here. There used to be old Italian women in the streets that would sit and talk with each other, stand and talk with each other quietly in North Beach. They weren't yelling and screaming. They would be conversing. I was the kind of guy, I went up to them and I said, hello, ladies, how are you? I'd like to ask you a question. I asked them about their health. Why are they all healthy? And one older woman said to me, there's nothing, a little wine, a little garlic, I forget what else, a little wine, a little garlic can't cure. Something else she said, who remembers? I don't know whether she was right or wrong. But I like a lot of wine and a lot of garlic. It's nice wine. So, okay, Savage is back for his conclusion. Third segment. Pretty good format.
They are going for all humanity this time, you know? Apollo was all white men. And this time it's not.
This prick from Britain was complaining that the launch had too many white men on it.
And this is a much more representative crew.
Oh, shut the hell up, you British
Well,
faggot.
speaking of that crew, NASA astronaut Victor Glover, he said in the
Fuck you already with too many whites. I can't take this.
Asked about being the first black man.
I'm glad he's black, but I don't care that he's black. How's that? I mean, he's competent. That's how he got the job. But that's not what's important here. What about the geniuses who designed all of the flying stuff and how the parachutes opened. You don't see them? All the NASA scientists, if you look carefully, I don't know why they didn't go into AI and make a fortune somewhere for Mark Zuckerberg or the guy on Russian Hill, whatever his name is. He's some character, that one. Oh my God. That's going to run the world? Let's see what Mike has to say.
Astronaut, not because he was black.
Yeah.
And this guy, the other one, that creep from
agrees with
England
me.
or wherever he was from, says it's about blacks in space. They're mentally distorted. Everything they say and they see and
Right,
they
Mike.
do
They're crazy.
proves beyond a reasonable doubt.
That
And
liberalism.
the guy who wrote a book called Liberalism is a Mental Disorder in 2005
Thank you. That's me.
was a genius who deserved 3 Nobel Prizes and a Presidential Medal of Freedom.
I
Lydia.
do.
I wonder who that guy was.
Not me. It was someone
She's
else.
great. I
don't
love
remember
Lydia.
anymore.
You know, China attempted their own rocket launch earlier today.
It went backwards. Okay, so sauce over the pasta or mix the official way is mix the pasta in. It's less trouble for me to just throw the pasta in here. Truthfully. It's really starting to cook nicely. Beautiful thing. Remember, the Chinese eat noodles. The Chinese have been eating wheat noodles in some regions of China for thousands of years, and they're all soft. If you're going to have long noodle or anything, or noodle soup in a Chinese restaurant, it's not al dente, it's al softy. That's how they like the noodles. I guess I like it the same way. Okay, there we go. Well, we'll mix it together tonight. It's less pots and pans and mixing, including the potatoes. There we go. What the hell? Simpler for Mike. So now I'm going to break up the potatoes in there to create a little starchy potato flavor to the pasta. I know no one's into this. They say, too starches. What are you doing? It really adds a flavor to your pasta dish. I love potatoes. These are organic potatoes. Just put them right in there and let them cook in. By the time I'm finished cooking, I don't even want to eat because I've eaten so much just cooking. There we go. Okay. So now I'm almost done. Everything takes longer than you think. Even a simple dish like this takes a lot of time. Arrested in healthcare fraud takedown, including owners of hospices that bill taxpayers millions of dollars to serve the. This is the California fraud, which dwarfs Minnesota. Incidentally, dwarfs it. You think I didn't know it? It's a surprise to me. They collect billions in highway taxes, and the roads are broken. For years, I've been saying they collect billions of dollars in highway taxes, gasoline, double the cost of some regions, and the roads are broken with potholes. Go over the Golden Gate Bridge if you see I'm making it up. If you think I'm making it up. Something else I learned by watching an Italian cooking show on Netflix. In Italy, you own some restaurants. Their pasta is soaking in red sauce. Now, I tend to cook them on the dry side. They actually taste good either way. I'm going to put a little. My broadcast. They shouldn't call me in the middle of a show. My friend is dead. After the age of 5, you don't have friends. Children have friends. Adults have no friends. Children have friends. Okay, I'm done. I am done. I guess they don't get their notification from YouTube. Some of them get it on X, but not on YouTube. I'm still on. I look good. I really still look good. I know how to dress for show.
Radio in '94. The bridge itself is an example of corruption. You don't have to look into hospices, Lydia.
You certainly don't. Dr. Michael Savage, we got to leave it right there. Thank you, sir, so much for joining us.
Have a nice day, Lydia.
Thanks,
you.
Lydia. Thanks, Newsmax TV. for giving me a new lease on life. I want to thank my friend Chris Ruddy. If I wasn't any good, I would stop myself. Nobody has to fire me. If I didn't think my show was worth watching, I wouldn't do it. And I'm pulling decent numbers. Don't think it's easy, even that half hour. It's not easy. Okay, I'm going to turn off the phone now. The only thing missing is what my friend Lorenzo taught me years ago, which is, even after everything is done, they do it in Italy on everything. They add olive oil. I love Italian organic olive oil. It does change it for the better. Doesn't make it greasy. It's not Crisco. It's good. I'll show you the finished dish, and then I'm going to say goodnight. Okay, I'm going to put these guys on top. I'll shut the heat off. Show you this beautiful dish. White House annual Easter egg roll. And there is my completed dish. There's no name for it yet. It looks great. Now, if I owned a restaurant, this would be for 4 people, and it would come out in a big pot like this, and you charge accordingly, and you divide it into 4. I'm not going to eat it all tonight. Eat a little bit, eat some tomorrow, and maybe a little tomorrow, and the next day. It's a dish for 4. I just like the pleasure of cooking. So on that note, if you like what you see and you see what you like, hit the like button, subscribe, so you'll know the next time I decide to go live, you'll be notified. Well, until tomorrow, when I may do a live stream in the morning on YouTube, X, and Facebook on the subject of the conservative movement is dead. Have a nice night, and God bless. May God bless America, and may God protect our president. Good night now. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being with me